A spark ignites and starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born. A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the maze. Planes walking the multiverse. Through chaos and time we immerse. Legends rise and fade like sparks. Across the void we leave our marks.
They added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so that the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, it's, I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choking the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away. Hiding where you dare. In the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold, the answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater? Or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm going to try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm going to shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a D20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. It hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost going trying to go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through? Or am I too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall.
deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation. Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on, not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be, but there's just something cool.
The cabman and his crew, paint on my face, just to move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life, mark it on my skin, that sign, from the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true, you can feel them cut right through, bring that spark straight to you, every drop, every view. Must see TV, join the tribe, cross the line, Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV, from the cave to the timeline, Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life. Raise your hand, that's the sign. That's the sign. Shouting names side by side. When the came-in calls, we rise. Hear that thunder in our cry. From the first beat, we commit. Once you're in, said, I'm the banner we left. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. Call it out, hey. I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side, hey. Beauty club for life. For life. For life, hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. Beauty club for life, hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. Beauty club for life, hey. Once you're in, you're in for life. Click on the screen, save all names and the credits roll. Same safe hands on the wheel again, same store spun out of control. Then you walk in, script in your hand, fire in your eyes. Slide over, I'll drive this thing. Let's see what happens if we try. In the captain's chair, you're calling every shot from here. From the sequel to the pilot, can you turn the ship around this year? Take the reins, take control, grab the frame, grab the roll. In the captain's chair, we'll see if you can make it there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this brand new episode of The Captain's Chair, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Season 3, The Year of Zed. We have Crimson in the studio. Say hello, Crimson.
Hello.
And before we get to our growls and everything, I would like to say a shout out to His Highness himself, or the you laugh. See, guys, I'm trying to tell Crimson here about his toy poodle, how poodles are a very different breed. He doesn't believe me. He will, because the dog is, how old is the dog, Crimson?
5.
He's 5, so give it a year and a half. All right? But nonetheless, I will be starting his coronation on the show. So here's to the king himself, Ollie, the caveman, salutes you, rough. And from me to you, is he going to be scared if I growl at him?
Probably.
Okay, I won't.
That might be a little too much for him, you know.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But he's going to be running in life soon. Yeah. I you laugh at me. It is true.
I will happily take that bet.
Okay. All right. Bet is on. And if he doesn't become a king in a year and a half, I owe you a Coke Zero.
Make that a diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God. Okay. A diet Dr. Pepper. Fine, you got it. Oh,
Gotcha.
God.
And on to the growls.
Yeah.
Our growl today is from an Armand Soujean.
Armand Soujean. From me to you, you got a great big bad caveman. Now, I very doubt that you are a dog species. But if you are, or what? If it could be, it probably is Ollie again. You just don't know.
Yeah, he got his own phone. He's watching the streams.
Yeah. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Your Highness. What's up? What's up, yo? So, we are wrapping up Crimson Season 3 today. And episode 10 is called
Back to Action.
Yeah. For those of you, it's kind of an Easter egg. Back to action. I love throwing that in there. So we head to present day. Okay. And from the ruin, we head to present day. So present day Angel Grove is not good. It's run now by putty patrollers, the Psycho Rangers. We see downtown Angel Grove. We see the Moon Palace is there. And we see Lord Zed is on his throne room. And his hand is kind of like, good. His plan is complete. He defeated the Rangers. He's taking over the world. Slowly, first is Angel Grove. Now we head to the ruins of what was the command center. And out of the smoke, out of the dust, phases back in the command center. Out of nowhere. Come on, guys. Crimson, did you think the command center was completely destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay, that was
destroyed.
That was good. I did a good job then. Yeah. I did a good job. All right. And we head into the command center. The door opens up. Goldar comes out. The Rangers come out with Tommy, and the lights come back on in the command center, and Zordon is there, and Alpha 5 is there working on the control room. And Jason goes, Zordon. And Zordon goes, Rangers, we don't have a lot of time before Zed's forces know that the command center wasn't destroyed. One of you is going to have to stay back to reactivate a lot of these systems, because a lot of these systems have been dormant. Kimberly goes, how long have we been gone? And Alpha goes, ay. A month. And all of them are shocked, because to them, it was only a couple of days. To them. So Tommy volunteers to stay back. Zordon and Alpha welcomes back Tommy. And Kimberly goes, you knew about this? And Zordon goes, we couldn't say anything due to Lord Zed's constant surveillance. But Jason goes, Zordon goes, did you get everything that you needed from Lord Ninjor? And Jason goes, yes, we did. And Zordon goes, good, you're going to need it. So Goldar and Tommy stays back to help Alpha 5 with some of these systems rebooting up after a long time. And Tommy goes, all right, guys, let's show him what we're made of. It's Morphin time! And then they all morph in those animations that we all love. However, we notice a different thing when they morph. Nothing changes. No new animations, no new morphs. They just morph regularly. And they appear downtown. And Zordon goes, Lord Zed goes, they're back? No matter. No matter. My Rangers and my putties will finish the job. Destroy them! So the putties go in, and of course, they're cannon fodder, right? The Rangers start beating Zed putties back, breaking them apart with those great animations. It's an awesome fight scene. It really is. This hallmark of a show. Hopefully, this what people watch from now expect from this show. Great choreography, martial art choreography. We can see the Rangers working as a team, working as a unit, as they always do. And they managed to defeat the putty swarm. There's a lot of putties. Let's give them a good amount. Like, there's putty patrollers everywhere. Let's say above 10,000. I think 10,000 is a good number. It's a horde of putties. Lord Zed is taking over the city. Of course, he has controlled the city, so there's going to be a lot of putties. And from the battle, the Cycle Rangers. The Cycle Rangers appear, and it's a standoff. It's a standoff. One Cycle Ranger says, "What do you think? What makes you think this is going to end with anything but your death? You survived barely last time, and honestly, they did." And Jason and all the Rangers say, "We learn things," and the Cycle Rangers, "Oh, they've learned things now. Let's see how well you've learned these things." And they fight. And guess what, Crimson? Guess what happens?
What?
Nothing happens. The Cycle Rangers beat the shit out of the regular Rangers. They beat the holy fuck out of them. It's ugly. It's very ugly. Suits get torn. Again, helmets get almost shredded off the Rangers' heads. Smoke, sparks. It's just the weapons of the Rangers. They come out. They don't do anything. It's mass confusion on the Rangers that are getting beaten up. Jason goes, I don't understand. Oh, and they all, it's just, and what the Red Cycle Ranger goes, what do you think we're just gonna stand here and let you transform into something else? And he kicks them, which is fair, right, Crimson?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fair.
Yeah.
It's totally fair. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit around letting your opponent power up into Super Saiyan God mode, blue, red, orange? No. And honestly, Crimson, that's what I like about this world, right? This is a real fight. It's simulating a real fight. No one's gonna let you power up, right? Mm-hmm. And here's the why I like this episode so much. They don't know how to transform, right? Ninja didn't teach him anything. They just gave him new powers. He just said, within this power comes emotion, raw emotion. We'll get to that a little bit later. So as this is going on, it's very uncomfortable. Kimberly gets kicked multiple times. Cycle Rangers gang up on one Ranger. It's a brutal, bloody fight. We see blood. We see the even more shredding. We see bare arms get exposed. It's a brutal fight. And as one of the Cycle, probably Cycle Red, says, as fun as this is, here is where you die. Here is where you lose. And from out of nowhere is a great sword that blocks a ranger from getting killed. Probably Kimberly. And out of the smoke, who do we see? Crimson?
Mm-hmm. What?
Who do we see?
I'm not sure.
Goldar. Ooh. Yeah. Come on. Who else is going to have a great sword? Come on. So that's where the episode ends. And the episode opened. Episode 11 opens. The title of episode 11 is called
The Fall of a True Hero.
Ooh. Aww. You knew that this was coming. Don't you fucking lie to me. All right. So Goldar picks up his sword and he starts to march to the Psycho Rangers, and the Psycho Rangers are laughing. You, old man, standing against the 5 of us? And they all laugh. And Kimberly goes, no, don't do this. And he goes, I must atone for my... You've already atoned for your sins. You don't have to do anything. Please, no. And he just walks forward. And guess what happens, Crimson?
What happens?
5-on-1. What happens? What do you think happens in 5-on-1?
They lose?
No.
Huh?
What do you think? If you're in a room with 5 people versus 1, what do you think is going to happen with that one person?
They lose.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. He gets the shit kicked out. We see his armor. It's all scratched. It hasn't recovered. Remember, he hasn't fought since season 2. At the end of season 2. So he has put away his sword. He's put away his armor. And he fights on behalf of the Rangers. And he wants to atone for his sins. It doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. And they all beat the shit out of him. And it just, every time he gets cut, every time he gets kicked, we were seeing all of this from Kimberly's eyes, which makes it worse. And we don't see it, Crimson, but we hear it. And we are penning on Kimberly, her broken helmet. You can see her eyes peeking through. And she is crying. She is emotional. And he gets tossed on the floor. And now we see him bleeding a lot. We see him, his eyes are swollen and closed. And the Red Ranger goes, nice try, old man, but your time is up. And we go back to Kimberly. No! And then the big Buster sword comes out from the double edge. That badass kind of psycho red sword just comes and it goes through Goldar. And we see the sword, his great sword shatters and his hand drops. And Kimberly, ow! And all of a sudden in her head, her pterodactyl cries out and all the animals cry out. And this is when we get the transformation. So we do this in order. Jason's T-Rex comes out from behind him, and it just explodes into a more primal version of the T-Rex, and it bites down on Jason, and Jason, his suit is now the teeth of the T-Rex. So the teeth become his shield, right? The teeth become his shield, and his helmet is more primal. right? So Billy, same way, exact same way. That Triceratops is a more primal suit than what he had, and we go down the line. And Kimberly, pterodactyl, is more of a primal pterodactyl, and her shield is like Oliver's Emerald Ranger suit, but the wings of the pterodactyl this time, and they all have different shields, and the different shields are made up from the more primal versions of their animals. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I think that is cool. And they're all lined up, and the Psycho Ranger's like, what's going on here? And maybe we have something cool. Maybe we have snarky. Maybe we have Zach saying something witty. We just went primal. I wish we could say we just went primal, bitch, but that's not. That's out of character for these characters to say, for these young people to say. No, they wouldn't say that. I would, but they wouldn't. So that's how episode 11 ends. And episode 12 is called
Going Primal.
That's right. So this is now a fairer fight. It is a fair fight. That's what the psychos don't want. And this fight, they collide, and the primal dinosaurs give the Rangers their primal weapons. Oh, now we have, the axe is now a double-edged axe. Can you imagine that black silver plating and that double-plated axe head?
Yeah.
Oh, and the hilt is like the cannon mouth. Ooh, that is so cool. And the sword, instead of a regular straight sword, it is a buster sword. So it's longer, double-edged. It's not twisted and spinning like the red cycle. It's more, it's bigger, it's longer. It is a buster sword. Trini, instead of those little daggers, no, son, she has size now. She has size that she can put on her hip and throw. And these size are huge. Billy, that lance? No, it's not a lance. It's a halberd lance.
Halberd?
It's a halberd. How cool is that? It's just
very cool.
Oh my god, it's a halberd lance. So on each end of the staff, it's a halberd. How cool would that be? Come on, dude. That's primal. The Kimberly's normal arrow, bow and arrow. It's not a normal bow and arrow. It's a rapid fire arrow. That means she can shoot 12 at a time. And these arrows are longer and more powerful, right? So all these the primal rangers now have the advantage, and we see Zordon. We see Lord Zed just freaking the fuck out because he's not supposed to lose to children. He goes, children, they're losing all the time with the children. All the time, because that's what they are to him. Children. And before anything goes haywire, Lord Zed tells them to get their call for backup. Basically, do it now, you fools! And the Psycho Rangers call their Zords. Now, I know in the original, they were monsters. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because we're telling a story here. So, Psycho Red calls his Zord. Instead of the transformation from animal to Zord, it's just a straight Zord. but it's a twisted version of the Tyrannosaurus. Each Psycho Ranger has a variation of what the Rangers have, but twisted off in a way. And they come together to make the Psycho Megazord. It looks like the Megazord, but it's twisted in every way. It's warped. It doesn't look quite right. And Jason goes, Jason says, all right, guys, let's see what else these new powers have. We need dinosaur power now, and they call their Zords. However, since they're primal now, we get new Zords. So the Tyrannosaurus Rex comes out, but now it transforms into a more taller primal version of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? Each ranger calls their Zords, but they come out and they go from small, their regular size, to primal, right? And then their Zord forms. So they come together to meet the Psycho Megazord, and they form the Primal Megazord. The Primal. And this Primal Megazord looks fucking badass. Just badass. Just like the Hulk on steroids. Like the Megazord is on steroids. Instead of the plume, it's just one kind of like a backplate, right? A backplate. The halberd the sword is still on the Primal Megazord side. However, it's changed to Jason's Buster Sword. It's just a longer version of that. And then they collide. Right? They collide. It's an awesome fight. It really is. However, Crimson, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. As they're fighting, Tommy says, Zordon, they need my help. And Zordon says, we have everything we need here. Thank you, Tommy. Go help your friends. Goes, right. It's Morphin time. And he goes, White Dragon. And this time, the White Dragon uniform, the suit, is... I like Dino Charge's White Ranger. You know the cape?
Mm-hmm.
You know that cape?
Yeah.
So let's combine green and white here. So let's give the White Ranger his shield, right? The White Dragon shield around him. But this time, let's give him a little accent of green. And then behind him, let's give him a cool cape. Because I think that would look, Crimson, really cool.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
And he whips out his dagger, and Lord Zed is freaking out. He's back? Tommy? No! So Tommy whips out his dagger, and this dagger is white and silver. Not green and black, white and silver. It still looks like the normal dragon dagger, but just let's make it a little bit longer. Right? Let's make it like a cartouche. Right? Do you know what Crimson a cartouche is?
No.
It's just a longer it's like not exactly a sword or a saber. It's like this. It's maybe curved a little bit. It's longer than a knife. So let's give him a cool cartouche. I think that's what a cartouche is. You guys can let me know. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And he flips it over and he goes, come on, old friend. Let's get your revenge. And he called, we go to the Atlantic now. We go to the Atlantic. Nice, peaceful waters. We see a couple of sharks. We see whales. We see dolphins. However, we see a whirlpool forming. And we hear that music. Do, 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 do. And coming out of the water is a gorgeous white dragon. It's awesome. It has his wings together on his back. It has a head of a dragon. It is not Godzilla-like at all. That was the Green Dragon Zord, not this. And it roars out loud. And Lord Zed can absolutely hear this. And he goes, "Oh no." And the dragon just flies off. And it lands in where the two Megazords are fighting, and the green dragon, the white dragon ranger flies into the Zord, goes in, and he looks at his cape, he looks at him, and looks, "I wonder if we could bring these bad boys together, because they need help." And there is a button in the cockpit of his Zord, a white symbol, and it shows the white dragon Zord and the primal Megazord kind of combining. That's right. So he pushes it, and everybody, and Jason goes, "Let's bring them together, Tommy." And Tommy goes, "Yeah, let's do it." And they merge into one to form the Dragon Megazord Gallant Mode. So here's what the Zord looks like. So shoulder pads, absolutely mandatory. Absolutely. We see that dragon shield, just the wings form into the dragon, but it has we can see the shoulder pads to make the shoulder pads. Those wings are long enough that it can make, what does it make? Also,
you tell me.
It makes the cape. It makes the cape. It makes the fucking cape. That's right. It makes the cape. Oh, dude. The face is that of a true knight of honor. You can see the eyes just peeking out of the visor. It doesn't get a sword, but it gets a battle lance, a double-sided halberd, and it kind of twirls it, and it just goes like this.
Very cool.
You know, I thought about it. I'm like, how cool if these guys come together and the Primal Megazord is riding the dragon. That is fucking badass. But I think this is better. The Primal Dragon Megazord Gallant Mode is here. So they demolish the Psycho Rangers at this point, the Psycho Megazord. They destroy it, and all the Rangers are basically, the Psycho Rangers are defeated, but the Megazord Gallant Mode is not done. And it walks. This is probably the only time we get some long time with a Megazord. So he walks to the palace, and the Gallant Mode stares at it. Lord Zed stares at it, and he says, "I have been defeated by children." And then the back of his head, we hear a cackle from Rita Repulsa. Not that easy, is it? And the Primal Megazord Gallant Mode starts to twirl its staff, and then with one swipe, obliterates the palace. Just straight obliterates it. And then at the end, all the Rangers show up where Goldar is, and Kimberly says, it's going to be okay. Just hold on, okay? Just hold on. We're here. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. And she has that pterodactyl on her head. No, please don't. Are you safe? No. Yeah, yes. Good. You all safe? And the Rangers all nod. I did good. Are they all defeated? And Jason goes, Z2. We could not have done it without you. No, I could not have done this without you. Thank you for the opportunity for redemption of this misguided warrior. And he kind of holds his hand out to Kimberly, and Kimberly grabs it. Don't be sad. And he closes his eyes, and that's it. And she just cries. And that's how the episode ends. With a bang and a whimper, Crimson. Wouldn't you say? Hello?
Yeah.
With a bang and a whimper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have the season finale, episode 13. And episode 13 is called
The Hall of Heroes.
That's right. So many days after, we see Kimberly at the Angel Grove is recovering. The Rangers are getting back to life. Status quo is finally coming. We get reports of thank you, Power Rangers. Thank you, Power Rangers. And Kimberly is still emotional, and she is looking at the computer, and she's typing something in. And she says, Zordon? Yes, my dear. Can we? And Zordon says, yes. I think he would like that. And we cut. And we see another chamber in the command center. And all the Rangers are there, all in black. Everybody is in black. Tommy's in black, Kimberly is black, and then we have a coffin. And we see in we see in this chamber, we see the armor of Goldar, we see the sword, we see the broken sword, we see the broken armor, and we see Kimberly going up to the casket, and they all have flowers. And she goes, in this hall of heroes, we play tribute to a fallen friend. And she shakes her head and Tommy goes up. She goes, I'm okay. I'm okay. I have to do this. You don't have to. Yes. Yes, I do. And she goes, his name wasn't Goldar. Not really. That's a name that was given to him by a tyrant. His name was Franklin. And he had a wife. He had 2 children. And she's now beside the coffin. And Kimberly turns to the coffin. And they would be so proud of you. They would be so proud of you, Franklin. They would. You know that? And I am proud of you. And they loved you so much. I just wished you would have known that. You know? I would have wished you knew your name. But now you know. And we see the Rangers starting to come out and putting black roses in the coffin. And they all stand at attention finally as the coffin gets lowered. We hear bagpipes in the distance of this Hall of Heroes. And that's how we end the season finale with a funeral.
That's I mean, tragic, like good but grim.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's grim, but this is, you know, we can't show properly what they have gone through unless we do this, right? The threat of losing someone, right? I think we did great this season. Lord Zed was a proper threat, right? I mean, he only showed up for 1 season, but Crimson, he only needed 1 season, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, he took Tommy's powers away. He created the cycle. Come on, that's pretty...
No, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. So, as the episode ends, we have a preview to the 4th and penultimate season to Power Rangers. No, yeah, the last season. Sorry about that. Scratch that. The last season. Yeah, the last season. So we see a construction site, and we see a bunch of people rummaging around and anchoring something. All right, break, take it up! And from the ground comes a big container with dust and dirt. All right? And the construction guys are like, what the hell is that? And the construction, one of the construction people wipes off a bit of dust, and only one word, Crimson, he can see. Do you know what one word that is?
What is it?
Ooze.
Ooh.
And then it ends. And then as it ends, we hear, allow me to introduce myself. I am galactically despised, galactically revolted. They call me Ivan Ooze. And that's how it ends. You're too young for Ivan Ooze, but Ivan Ooze was a great... Whoever played Ivan Ooze was great. So yes, that's right. Ivan Ooze is the last villain of this new show. So Thoughts, Crimson?
It was good. It was good. I liked it. How are you feeling about it so far?
I mean, I like it. I mean, I hope. See, here's the thing now. Okay, here's the thing. And here's what I did the last time I did this with Power Rangers. I am going to have to do something different with Ivan News just because of the season that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I'm going to have to do something very, very different with this cat. Like, very, very different. But not so much different because that's not what this season is ultimately about. Maybe it's going to be 2 seasons. Maybe it's going to be 1. I haven't determined that. I whip waffling them. Maybe no. Maybe, maybe. But yeah, the last villain will be Ivan News. I thought the last episode was great. The Hall of Heroes, Franklin, now Goldar. I think we paid that off brilliantly. It was something that was running through the seasons, right? Who is Goldar? Like, who is the... and I think that kind of plays into the comic books a little bit too, as well. I wanted to give everybody an Easter egg into that. I didn't want to make him a big, dumb villain. But I want to know what you guys think. Down below in the comments section. We will be back. This show will be back next week. And we're almost done. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 4 seasons. I'm pretty sure. 100%. So until we see each other tomorrow, my friends. Oh, that's right. So the Bite stories we are working on. We're going to do box office predictions. We're going to talk about Sydney Sweeney a little bit. Maybe some other stuff. Who knows? Stay tuned. Until we see each other again tomorrow morning. Take care. Be safe. Be well. We love you all. 50,000 plus in a club for life. Peace.
Fanboards buzzing, they're watching close. Can you fix what they broke before? Give the heroes a high, not just a pose. Studio suits, sexy kid, don't rock the boat. You just smile, tear up their notes. Watch me keep